Champions again. Ole, ole. That was your starting 11. Nobody expected to score 5 goals tonight, but they did. They did. They scored some fantastic goals. Some absolutely fantastic goals. Ah, yes. Could have been made at a dress. Why is it live not coming on? Let me just get YouTube. It said it's not live. Oh, it is live. There we go. Just taking a while to catch up. Just check it. There we go. Perfect. Feedback. Bingo. Champions again. Kaiser's in the house. Baz could have been naked and dressed in the last 2 minutes. How's that? You could have been. You could have been. There is only 11 viewers. I'm not expecting a lot of people on because, let's face it, everybody's on the Swally and on buses home and probably not interested in Celtic stuff now because we've done it. We are champions once again. That performance was the performance of all performances. Could you imagine if Brendan Rodgers had that team for the full season fit? Could you imagine if they had that fit? He's lost to the dressing room and club. What's this? What is this? I'm just hearing stuff. What is this? Oh, what is this? 2 seconds. I won't accept less than 30 million. Blah, 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 blah. Well, I'm just getting messages for guys that were at the games. Just give me 2 seconds. Wow. Only Bobby Lennox has won more. James Forrest. Billy McNeil's on 23. Bobby Lennox is on 25 honours. James Forrest, history boy, is now joint second with Billy McNeil with 23 major honours for Celtic. 23 major honours. Only Bobby Lennox has won more with 25. And I'm just getting that coming through. I'll just close down WhatsApp again. Wow, where did that performance come from? And Joe Hart. I have to talk about Joe Hart at the end. Joe Hart he just couldn't get enough. Do you know that he just couldn't get enough? Super, super, super Joe was the cry at the end of the game, and oh my god, what Joe Hart gets us. Joe Hart totally gets us. He totally gets us. I don't care what anybody says. He's not been. It would have been good to maybe have had him at the height of his career. He was seen at the end of his career at Celtic. He's came into Celtic at a time where everyone thought, yeah, we were lucky to probably get him. He did have 75 caps for England. He's going out champion. He's going out a champion. He's finishing his football career as a champion, and that's probably all that Joe wants. And he gets us he gets us. I don't think that Joe's ever been at a club where he gets the fans as much. Seeing him at the end of the game, it was just unbelievable. Calmack being Calmack at the end of the game, he's been there and done it, getting all the guys to enjoy it. Alistair Johnston, Mr. Talk-A-Lot Johnston, he's saying, Ali Johnson says at the end of the game, look, this is only my second. But wow, to do it in the fashion that we've done it. Brendan Rodgers talking after the game saying, what a season. We've had to come through a lot this season. The players have given it their all. There's been a lot of hard times this season, but we have done it. I cannot wait to hear full Brendan Rodgers interview in the next couple of days, because Brendan Rodgers he'll remember everyone, every single person that doubted him, everyone in the media. He's already pulled up Chris Sutton, and he'll remember every single one that doubted him and treated and spoke about him as some kind of novice manager. He'll make sure that he hits all them in the next couple of days. I can't wait to the press conference on Friday. It is going to be absolutely fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Special thank you to Kate down at the Hoops Bar in Guatemala. Had a fantastic evening. Thanks for your hospitality, as always. It's a fantastic little bar. Big shout out to Joe and Diane for the drink down in the Hoops Bar. Joe is like myself. Joe still has his season ticket back home, but he's moved out here to Spain, and it's just killing him. I know what he's going through. He'll have about 2 years before he starts to kindly sort of realise that you're not going to get to games every week. And his phone was going mental as well. And there was boy from Benny Offer was down there, also another subscriber to the channel. It was good to meet you and your missus, and we had a fantastic evening. Wow. Right, let's jump into the chat. Let's jump into the chat and see what people are saying. We've got to say, the pyro at the end of the game was absolutely fantastic by the Green Brigade. People will say, there's no need for it. There was every need for it. Do you know what I mean? Just, we are what we are. And it was fantastic. We've done it. We have done it. We have done it. To the doubters, and to the Rangers fans. Milk lemonade, chocolate time. Let me just see what's happened here. 2 seconds. Click on this. That's perfect. And back on. I need to get on to live to get to the comments. Oh, wait a minute. There we go. Click that on. Save. There we go. And I don't care if nobody subscribes tonight. We'll just click on this, and then I'll get all your comments up on the screen. There we go. Done. Right, let's jump back to the beginning of the comments. First up was Boy67. Love it, Baz. Thank you for all your content. One love, Celtic. Lakendo, hail from Colt Bridge. Stuart. Tommy Stewart was in. Tommy Burns. I thought the display for Tommy Burns was absolutely fantastic. I thought the minute applause for Tommy Burns at the beginning of the game really got under Derek McInnes' skin, because it made it all about us. It made it all about Celtic. It made it all about Tommy Burns. And although Tommy Burns was the Kilmarnock manager and successful that he was before he came to Celtic, it made it all about us, and just made sure it was going to be a special occasion tonight. Kaiser was in the house saying that he could have been naked and dressed the time it took me to get on the live, because it took me about 2 minutes to get it going. Boy for Benny Offer, good to see you. Is that you back home? Champions again. I've got to say, I will be down at a Hoops Bar on Saturday. Fantastic little boozer right on the beach side. Jeff Ray, what a game. Champions again. Sean McGarry, yee-hoo. Prime time, Barca tonight. Kaiser says, not a place online where they'd rather be right now, Celtic fans, from the Celtic fans' view. Jeff Ray said, Joe Hart for me. How? And I don't want to talk about it yet, but we are going to have to replace Joe Hart. It is retiring. How do you replace Joe Hart? A keeper that totally gets us. I don't think we've had a keeper that really gets us as much as what Joe Hart does ever since the Holy Goalie, and that was a long time ago. I don't think there's a keeper that really gets us. Do you know what I mean? We did have Craig Gordon for a while, but let's face it, he's a Hearts man through and through. He was never going to be really one of us, was he? I think we can finally say that Joe Hart really is one of us. And how do we get a goalkeeper that can live up to that expectation of the fans and be as successful as Joe Hart? And you want a goalkeeper that's going to come in and be just as successful as Joe Hart. I mean, he's won a treble, he's won a double, he's won another league. Could he go champion? I think he will. We're going to win the double. It's as simple as that. Anyway, Mike Powers is in the house celebrating in America. Hell of a performance tonight. James Forrest, 5-year deal, make him a one. Yeah, I think so. James Forrest needs that. Kevin Houghton's in the house, and Super Joe, Tim for life. It is that. Street Shatters in the house. Ouija Boy 1888. We still idolise Big Joe, definitely. Kevin Marshall, what's going on, your boys in green? George McBride says, thanks for being here throughout the season and keeping us in the loop. George, we are not leaving. Last summer, we kept on going every day during the summer. We will do the same again this summer. It's the one Celtic fans' view. Celtic don't stop. Just because the season stops, Celtic fans don't stop supporting Celtic. You know, there's always stuff out there, and this channel will be going out daily all summer again, as it did last summer. So do not doubt that we were going away, because we don't do walking away. We don't do sneaking out when things aren't going our way. We make sure that we are here, and we will be here all summer. Kirsty Leaf didn't want to say Idah starting. Didn't you say why is Idah starting? Yes, and I did say that Idah was close to scoring the 10 goals that I predicted when he first came to Celtic. A lot of people were saying, why are we signing this player? And I did say, right when he signed, I said, Idah will score 10 goals for Celtic. When you look at the stats of him down at Norwich, that I'm coming off the bench and scoring, I said, he gets game time up here, he will score 10 goals. He's on 8. He should have been on 10 by now. He's got 2 games to go, Kirsty, to get to the 10 that I think he will. And I think he will. And I also think Brendan Rodgers will tell the Celtic hierarchy to make an offer for Adam Idah. Is he good enough for the Champions League? That's a question for a conversation for a whole other day. But as it stands just now, the young Adam Idah will be offered a deal at Celtic. I think just a feeling that I've got. Kaiser says, you're a legend. Buddy McGee says, come on, Rangers. Something like said, come on, Eileen. Eh? Come on, Eileen. Kev Marshall says, Idah was shit hot tonight. The Rangers are shite, says Ouija Boy. Kaiser says, the pyro here at Ibrox Baz, even better. I love it when there's pyro down there. The Govan boys are doing us well, as always. Anne-Marie says, my husband, Sean, is happy. Hell, good for that. Leo Connor says, hey, well, Watson, bring on the Huns. There's a few boys in the pub tonight said, my God, they will absolutely be shitting themselves. Seeing that performance by Celtic tonight, it was 5 and easy, wasn't it? It was unlucky not to be more than 5. And I think people will say, but they scored a good amount of goals against Dundee. Well, Kilmarnock are way better. Celtic were way better when we played them the last game. We completely dominated them. And I think we will go out on a major, major high at the Cup final. James Boy says, I came off my stream, Karma on the phone to nice up the Huns, and then couldn't get back on to see the celebrations. Oh, Jamesy boy, devastated for you. Hail from Middlesbrough, you'll never walk alone. Anglo Airshire's in the house. Craig Sharrock, it says, get in. Kaiser says, could have been in some prime performance. Craig Sharrock, he's the man. Glasgow's Green and White said, Tommy Burns is a legend. Champions again. Ole, ole, come on, you boys in green. Scott McNeil, keep the faith in Brendan, and his vision for the team next season will build on his own. If you noticed, if you went on the community tab before put the video up of the game, you will see that I did put a comment in the community tab, and let's see if anybody's actually paid attention to it. Oh yes, there's been 79 thumbs up and 23 comments, and it was in June 2023. For those who need convinced, I will see you be here in May. I will see you back here in May. May 2024. Celtic crowned champions of Scotland once again. Brilliant box office, Brendan Rodgers. Champions again was the t-shirts that Celtic decided to get out. Champions again. Yes, we are the champions for the 3rd year in a row. Absolutely fantastic. When we lost the 10, it was a devastating time. We should have won the 10. It was all written in the stars. And I did say, I can remember saying, even when Ronnie Dyler was manager, and then when Brendan Rodgers came in, I said, look, we will win the 9. I was convinced that we would win the 9, but I said, by the time it gets to the 10, they will throw everything at us to stop us trying to get to the 10. And I believe that will be the same again. We will be really successful over the next couple of years. Brendan Rodgers will be here for the full 3 seasons. People thought at the beginning of the season that Brendan Rodgers would maybe quit this summer. People were talking about him quitting at Christmas time. There was a lot of talk about it at the time. Brendan Rodgers has a 3-year contract. He will be here for the entire 3 years, he won't do walking away this time around. I can assure you that. There's absolutely not a fucking chance in hell. Hell would freeze over, and I will give this channel away to anybody if Brendan Rodgers walks away. He will not walk away. I am that convinced. That convinced. And I just think that Brendan is here to make sure that we get to at least 5. We're on 3. We've got another 2 to come. He'll get us to 5 in a row quite easy. Let's get back to Boy for Benny Offer says, massive season next season, 55 titles, get it up the zombies, says the Boy for Benny Offer. The COVID beat us that season, they didn't. Yes, this is very true. Glasgow's White says that the full squad was strong. Come on, you boys in green, and it's the second time that we have won a title on Tommy Burns' anniversary. It is that, Stuart, and the last time we won it, well, we won it the year that he actually died up in Dundee against Dundee United. Told you what I heard, Baz. It says Kaiser. I can't remember Kaiser. My head's absolutely buzzing. The board better support him. The board will support him. Ouija Boy says the board better support Brendan. They definitely will. They definitely will. There is absolutely no way will the board not support Brendan. Right, there's only 51 thumbs up, 52 thumbs up. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. There's currently 198 people on the live. There's been over 400 views of the video so far. John McCallum says, pew. Let me see what Celtic headlines are out there and see how it is getting reported. Serial winners do their talking on the pitch, says Chris Sutton as he reacts to the Celtic SPFL title triumph. McGregor, the team needs to stay focused. The team does need to stay focused. It's all nice and fine and dandy winning the league and getting a bit carried away, but it was nice to see Callum McGregor orchestrating the crowd, orchestrating the team at the end of the game. But he's right, and he knows. Although we have a game on Saturday, and it's all just it's what they call a dead rubber game, isn't it? It's a game where it'll all be about enjoying ourselves. It'll all be about having fun. It'll all be about making sure that, well, at the end of the game, we will be crowned champions for the third successive year in a row. It'll be an important game to make sure that everyone stays 100% fit, because the big game, the biggest game of the season, as far as I am concerned, the biggest game is the Scottish Cup final. It is the Scottish Cup final. It is at Hampden. Oh, Hampden in the sun. Can Celtic beat Rangers 7-1? That will be the goal of the fans. Celtic fans will want that. And especially because it is on the 25th of May. 25th of May is a date that's synonymous with the Celtic fans, being the day that we won the big cup and they brought it home. Joe Hart will know all about that. The team will be well aware of the history. And if they're not, I'm sure this week, over the next week, Callum McGregor will sit down with the team and they'll probably let them watch the video of the final in Portugal on the 21st of May. And they'll tell the story. And they'll make sure that all the players know the story about this group of merry men that came within 30 miles of Celtic Park, that went on to take the biggest team in Europe at the time, take on the Italians. No one had ever beaten the Italians before. Celtic come along and done it. Celtic have the chance to make their own. This team, these players, have their own piece of history. They want to go down as in the same thought and mindset of the fans for years and years to come. They know what's at stake. They will do it. I have every faith in this team. Anyway, let's get back to some of it. It's a double incoming, says Paul Bear. Slaven says the board's turn to prove their worth and wait for the Champions League cash. Yes, Ouija Boy says I've already the game, thumbs up. Got all my promises straight. Baz. John Paul Murray says, honestly, I believe so strongly that we haven't seen the best from Brendan Rodgers. There's still more to come from next season, finishing off strong on the 25th of May. John Paul Murray, exactly. I have said that. I said once, when you're listening to Brendan and the fact that he knows that this team is not where he wants it, there will be players that will be told this summer, look, sorry, you're going to have to go out on loan or find another club. Players like Gustav Lagerbielke, There will be a new defender comes in, but this is a conversation. Let's just enjoy the moment. Let's just enjoy the moment. But we have. It's been a long old season, isn't it? It's been a long old season, and there's still one game to go. Ferry, that's funny. Ferry, that's funny. There you go. Paper roses for Huns, big bouquet ones for the real Celts champions again. James Boy says the board needs to splash now, and I don't have a 20 million champ. That's a talk for another day. Big Dom says, "What's the chance of O'Reilly staying? In your opinion, Big Dom?" Celtic and the manager have said, "Look, we don't need to sell." They they said that last summer. They said that last summer. Matt O'Reilly, his head was turned slightly with the fact that Celtic knocked back a deal from Atletico Madrid. It was a loan deal. Of course, Celtic would turn that down. Are Celtic going to turn down 25 plus million? Not a chance. Not a chance. Will they tell Matt that he doesn't have to go? Mm, well, in a roundabout kind of way, but they will also say that it is probably a fantastic opportunity for him, and he'll know that himself. He'll know that his parents have been wanting to talk about it, his agents have been wanting to talk about it. He is wanting to keep it until the end of the season. If you ask me personally, I think that he will go. I think that he's done everything that he can do with Celtic. He's won everything that he can. As a player, he wants to progress. Can he progress further under the current manager? Yes, I would say so. Does he? He's got a really hard choice to make because Ange Postecoglou moved to Spurs, and Ange Postecoglou went to the first team that came calling, which was the wrong team in my opinion. He will look at what's happened to Ange Postecoglou this season. Ange Postecoglou, if results go the way that they could go this weekend, Ange won't be in Europe next season. I watched the interview at half time. One of the guys showed me the interview of Ange from last night, and he said that there's things wrong with Spurs from the bottom up. He said it's been an interesting, what was it? He said an interesting project. He's away for Spurs. He's away for Spurs. Matt O'Reilly needs to go to a team that's in the Champions League, and he will know that. If he does not get an offer from a team that's in the Champions League, he won't go, and that will be what swings it. I think if he goes to a team that is in the Champions League, automatically in the Champions League, he'll go there. He will not go to a mid-table team. He will not go to a West Ham. He will not go to a Tottenham that won't be in Europe. He won't go to anything like that. He will go to the very, very top of the ladder in the game in years to come. And we're going to sit and go, how the fuck did we manage to get him for absolutely buttons? It's going to be a Virgil van Dijk moment in years to come. Virgil van Dijk, he's played at the highest level. He's won the Champions League with Liverpool. He's done everything that he dreamed of as a player. We got him at Celtic for next to nothing, right? And it's going to be the exact same with Matt O'Reilly, I'm afraid. And I think he probably will go this summer, but it'll be to a top club. And not be to a Southampton or any pish like that. Anyway, that's your question answered. Paul Bear says Matt O'Reilly will go, and I wouldn't mind 30 million plus for O'Reilly, nothing less, says Belfast Celtic. That's funny thing. A few guys on the WhatsApp that I was just checking at the start of the video, they were saying 30 million for Matt O'Reilly. Sell our best player for 25 million. Let's sell our best player for 25 million. Kieran, it's the way that the Celtic model, and Brendan Rodgers has already said that they are working on appointments for next season. So don't think that we're going to get to the end of the season and we're not going to have targets. Brendan Rodgers is already working on it. He knows the areas that he needs to strengthen. I think that another player that might leave this summer might be Rio Hatate. Rio Hatate, again, was a bit underwhelming today. But I think if you're going to talk about players leaving, I say that's a player that's going through the motion. Just me personally, but we'll see what happens at the end of the season. Champions again, ole says we man sham. Stuart Kerry says Rangers dethroned as champions after a month of winning at Ibrox in a 3-3 draw. Oh, it must have been like the quickest league ever for them, wasn't it? How much money does before whatever proper pish? Scotty Boy says Mon Hoops celebrating now. James Boy says Baz, you made a good shout the other day about keep Matt until the January window. Jamesy Boy, I would love to do that, and I think that Celtic know that they don't need to sell him. If you're going to build a team for Europe, you want to build it around Matt O'Reilly. But do we wait until the January? Is he willing to wait to the January? If a Manchester United, if dare say an Arsenal, if a Man City come in for him, he's off. It's as simple as that. Maybe no Manchester United because they're not in Europe. But if you talk about if there's a Man City, someone like that, if one of the Spanish teams come back in for him, you never know. You never know. Anyway, the model left us with 14 players that wouldn't get a game with Montrose, for fuck's sake. Yes, and they were all brought in under Ange Postecoglou. So there we go. To be honest, Baz, they were booing the crap out of Rio tonight, were they? But that Celtic fans were. That's interesting. I did say I thought he was going through the motions. That's an interesting. Keep the channel going. Best here by far. Hey, Scotty boy. Of course, I'm going to keep the channel going. This channel will be going all summer. Great performance by the champions again. Let's do the double now. The Brisbane Celtic Supporters Club. Here's hoping Saturday um, for the derby. Says Brian coming in from the Brisbane Celtic Supporters Club. And I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Absolutely. We need to get a map. We need to get a map and a world map and start putting the dots on wherever. Is Ange the new Man United manager? Yes, I think he might be. I think he might be. That was the talk that I was hearing today, but you never know. And I don't really care. He left Celtic for money and he thought he was going to go and win things in England. We all told him, you're going to win fuck all with Spurs. You know, you've left to go to mediocre fucking club shit in Spurs. Yes, Magnum of Champagne. Did you see the champagne that we all had, the Hoops Bar? It was nice of Kate, and thank you again to Kate at the Hoops Bar, who put it out. Well, it's probably Cava being in Spain, but it was nice bubbly stuff at the end of the game. And I've got a nice Amstel. Sorry, I meant they were booting the crap out of Rio. Oh, they were booting the crap out of Rio. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I've seen that. Julie Turner says, Baz, what a game. I pray for Celtic would win tonight. And let's hope that Celtic beat the Rangers on the 25th, and that would be another cup. Yes. And that will make us level with them on 118. 118 honours. And when it goes into next season, we will be the most successful club in Scotland. Yes. Lorna Gallagher's in the house. Lorna Gallagher, hey, beautiful people, what a performance, and yes, I'm pissed. I'm not, because I only had like 2 bottles of beer and it was alcohol free because I had to drive, but I've got this. Anyway, hi Lorna. Julie says, hi Lorna. Stuart Ramsey says, getting Baz, we were superb tonight. The most comfortable I felt watching the boys for a while. Yes, and I've said it. Look, I've said it during this. I'd said it during this season. A lot of people were saying, "Get rid of Brendan. Get away from this side-to-side passing stuff." Where was the side-to-side passing football tonight? It wasn't there. This is Brendan's. This is the way that Brendan wants us to play. If Brendan had this team the whole of the season, could you imagine the performances that we would have had? Could you imagine the score lines we would have had? Could you imagine how many points in front in the league we would be? Now, take into consideration that we had pretty much all the defence out. At one point, we even brought in Stephen Welsh, who then went and got injured. Stephen Welsh, remember, gets a new 5-year contract and then gets injured the next game, where he's out for like 3 months. So anyway, it is all about just... pardon me. Michael Fatwar, closing in on them. Yes, we are. Kevin Devlin says, well done, the girls, too. One more for the league win for them. Here we go, Baz. How good is this? It's absolutely fantastic. And Irish Mike 1888 says, we won the league on my son James's birthday, who's 9 today. God bless him. God bless your son James. And I hope he had a fantastic day. We need to check the odds for 5-0 and 5-1 against the Huns. I can see it happening. I would actually go for 7-1. Put a bet in, put a tenner in. It's only a tenner. Put a tenner in on Celtic 7, Rangers 1 in the cup final. I'm just saying. I've got a funny feeling that because it is the 25th of May and everything that goes along with it, I think is going to be Rangers fans will be hiding behind behind their couches. Coronation Cup should be included as it was a real competition. Yes, it should be, and Celtic won the Coronation Cup. Kieran Allen says James Forrest has made the difference in position and timing, releasing James Forrest. What can you say about James Forrest? James Forrest is just... I've always liked him as a player, even when there was people saying that he's past it and all the rest of it. And I did say, I said, look, you're shouting at James Forrest when he was the exact same age as what, near enough what Bruni was, when everyone said Bruni was past it, when the manager came in the first time round. Anyway, Ouija Boy 1888 says, I see Hampden in the Sun, 7 Celtic and 3 Rangers 1. And he's a born winner, Forrest. He is that. He is a born winner, and he is an absolute club legend. He is a club legend. He's just fantastic. Anyway, my throat is absolutely done. Oh, that was a nice little surprise I just got from YouTube. I love this. I absolutely love YouTube. And I love doing this. You've no idea how much I love doing this. Honestly, I'm so privileged. I am so privileged that and I was talking about it to Joe, down at the Hoop Spa. Joe moved over to Celtic, moved over to Spain a year ago, and he still has his season ticket. And his mates, no, he's just given up his season ticket, and he dreads it. He dreads games, and he misses it. And his Facebook's like mine. It lights up like a fucking like a beacon in the dark when games are happening in the morning, the games, and when people are going to games. It's all your mates that are going on buses. I mean, mine's I haven't used my phone, but I mean, it's just everybody going to the games, and you miss that. And being able to do this kind of makes up for it slightly. It does. I'm so privileged to be able to do this, honestly. Right, let's get some more of the comments before we go off. We love you, Baz. I love every single one of you. Kieran says, Julie sounds nice. I'm having what? 8. I must admit, the Huns scored 5 last night. I was slightly worried. Seems Jamesy boy, not at all. Big Shrug Mental says, sorry lads, my bad about Idah. Julie Turner says, well done to Celtic manager. And yep, well done to the boys. Shout out to Jenna and Andy, first time listeners in Australia. But there you go, Jenna and Andy. Why aren't you listening more often? During the summer, there will be early morning video. There is an early morning video goes out at 9 a.m. Celtic Park time. During the summer, there'll be some lives going on during the day also, so that the Celtic fans around the world can participate in the lives. So not only will there be a live in the evening at 8 p.m. Celtic Park time, but there'll also be a live during the day on weekdays, not at the weekends, unless there's Euros on. Might do some lives for the Euros. Anyway, don't know. Right. How long have I been on? God, I've been on 32 minutes. It is 5 to midnight here. I am done and dusted. I need to go and see the missus. She's up for work tomorrow. I'm not. Anyway, God rest Tommy Burns. They're there. They're always there. God bless every one of them. Tommy Burns, rest in peace. Julie Turner talking to my cousin. What? Big Dom says the men in white coats will be escorting Boyd and Miller away tonight. I haven't even had to slag off them tonight. It's all about us. They haven't even had to speak about them. It's all about us. It's all about us. Anyway, Glasgow Celtic champions again. Again. For the 3rd time in a row. We did it. We absolutely did it. Well, the team did it. And, you know, it's been absolutely... Pass don't go yet. Party's just started, says Ouija Boy 1888. No, it's starting to cut off. It's time to go. It is about midnight here. It is the midnight hour. Watched the Centennial Scottish Cup final. Wasn't born then, but my dad was. I was actually in tears. Jeez, big bag mental shug. I was 16. I was 16 for the centenary one. I was 16. So there you go. Anyway, Celtic born and bred. And on that note, 12 titles out of 13 isn't too bad. No zombie hunt rolls about. Nope. Brendan said, be back at the start of the season. See you in May. Yep. Boy 67. go into the community tab and you'll see that I posted that just before the game finished today. I posted the picture of him standing on the doorstep, and I posted his comment also. Anyway, right. Thank you to every single one of you. I appreciate every single one of you. You have no idea how much I appreciate every single one of you. Um, I'm so privileged to be able to do this. Have a fantastic evening. Well, what's left of it? It's nearly bedtime, isn't it? And I'll see you all in the morning. Champions again. Ole.